What is going on, guys? Shady Mike Gaming, and today I'm super excited to bring you guys my NBA 2K21 wish list. Man, that just sounds weird. 2K21, here we come. But this is going to be the top 5 things that I would like to see added or changed in NBA 2K21 from 2K20. And I'm going to be approaching this from a sim perspective. Now, I'll definitely say over recent years, the voice of the sim community has been a little bit quieter, but I definitely consider myself, at the very least, qualified to speak on behalf of the simulation community. Now, I don't often ask this, but I will say, if you agree with the things that I say in this video, like the video, comment, subscribe, share it on Twitter, anywhere you're at where you think a 2K developer would see it, Operation Sports, NLSC, because these are things I really think would make the game a lot better, and really want to get the attention of the 2K developers on this. So without further ado, I really like making wishlist videos because it's a time for us to take a step back from some of the gameplay and give some constructive criticism and feedback on exactly what we want to see changed going forward. Now, I'm not going to be talking about park or anything like that. This is for the most part going to be strictly gameplay related in terms of simulation, NBA, video game, basketball. So without further ado, let's get right into it. We're going to start with number 5. I did rank these in the order of importance to me and what I felt 2K needs the most. So we're going to start with number 5. And this is one that I've been asking for a long time. Maybe we'll be able to get it with next gen 2K. Who knows? But cross-platform 2KShare. 2KShare is such an amazing invention by 2K, and all of the games that have something similar, Madden, anywhere where we can create content and share it with others. That's what makes these games so awesome. That's what makes communities, that's what gets people together on forums and things of that nature talking. But what I would like to see going forward is for 2KShare between the PC, PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 and the Xbox One or Series X, whatever the new Xbox is going to be called, for it to be one server so that we can all download the same files. I can't imagine this would be incredibly hard to do. I think some of the reservations may be coming from the PC side and people being able to pull rosters out and then hex edit and do things of that nature. So I know that might scare 2K, but if 2K can kind of take on the responsibility of stopping cheating and things of that nature, it would be so beneficial for us to be able to have all rosters available on all platforms, so that if we wanted to come together as a community and work on a roster, completely redoing tendencies or something like guys have taken the time to do, we could have more people working on the projects because there's more systems involved, and we can all share the results and the fruit. I just think a platform like that, so that no one's walled off from any content, would be awesome and super beneficial for the community in terms of sharing files and things of that nature. Number 4 is one that I feel like 2K had kind of started a little bit and then within recent years kind of backed off of it, but I want to talk about consistent is the key word here, player likeness and tattoo updates. There are so many guys throughout the years that change their look and things of that nature, and I mean, we've seen with the modding community that when guys change their hair and change their styles, these updates that some of these modders are putting out, they're getting these changes in within days. And pretty much what I'm saying is we've seen very consistent and frequent updates from the modding community, and I definitely think that 2K can kind of, if it's a focus going forward, can ramp up on focusing on the accuracy of players when it comes to player likeness, tattoos. Guys are adding sleeves and things of that nature, and these are things that, as we've seen, don't necessarily require a brand new face scan. There are modders that have completely remade players, changed hairstyles, added tattoos and things of that nature without obviously bringing a player in to scan their face. So for 2K21, I would definitely, and you know what, I'm not saying anything crazy. What if we had monthly player likeness updates just to get guys looking how they should look, especially when guys are, you know, signing G League guys, and you know, think guys that maybe don't look the way that they should at the start of a season, and then they go pretty much all year not looking right, even though some of these guys end up playing pivotal roles on their teams. So I would definitely like to focus for that to be a little bit bigger of a focus going forward for NBA 2K21. Number 3 is actually two topics that I decided to merge together. I feel like they're equally important, but I feel like they correspond a lot with each other. But number 3 is fouls on jump shots and closeouts, and more detailed and impactful sliders. So I mean, I'll never forget that Rockets versus Warriors series where they called like 50 million fouls on 3-point shots, and that's so, you know, what an awesome tactic or strategy that would be to add into 2K, where if you're holding R2 and you press triangle or Y, sprint at a guy, and you just jump and hit him, it's a foul. You gotta monitor your closeout. The fact that there's no fouls on jump shots in the game, period, not on pump fakes, at least I haven't really seen it, and based on the amount of hours that I play, I feel qualified to speak on that. It's a really big oversight by 2K, and it takes a lot out of games, because you'll see teams, prime example, Rockets, they're a big time shooting team, shooting team, you know, Warriors when they're healthy. These guys are, you know, if you kind of make a team in 2K primarily focus on jump shots, they're going to average 4 or 6 or 8 free throws a game. But if you look in real life, those teams are still getting to the free throw line at the legal average, and sometimes a little bit below, but they're doing that because obviously in the real NBA there's fouls on jump shots, and that's something that we're missing in 2K20, and I would love to see it come to 2K21. Now on the second part of that, if you don't want it to be crazy in park, that's fine. You have a simulation set for a reason. You have a simulation setting for a reason. Give us a slider, say, hey, you know, shooting fouls, contact layups, jump shots, closeouts, you know, these can all be new sliders that are added into the game. One thing I would like to see as well in terms of more impactful sliders, pass accuracy sliders, you know, to have guys throw errant passes to get more realistic turnover numbers. I would also like to see the hand slider actually be hands. Like, let me tell you, hands, especially as a big man, when you play, hands are a really big part. Anyone that plays basketball knows how frustrating it can be to pass to a big man who has bad hands. The Sixers, Nerlens Noel in the past, that's what comes to mind. Passing to a big with bad hands, you can't pull boards down, can't catch passes, bounce passes, things of that nature. That's where a lot of turnovers in the NBA comes from. I would love to see a slider like that be more impactful than what it is right now. And also, I would say the shooting sliders, I wish there were, just like in past 2Ks, there was a jump shot slider and a jump shot rating and a moving jump shot rating. I wish there was like a jump shot slider and a moving jump shot slider, because I just feel like, at least on real player percentage, you miss too many moving jump shots, when in reality that's most of what we're seeing nowadays in today's NBA. I understand the old 2Ks, right? You didn't want guys doing step backs all game, but that's what we got. That's what we have when you turn on NBA on TNT, when you're looking at the primetime games on Saturday nights. That's what we have now in the league, and I would love to see 2K expand on that. I also would like to see there be a range slider, so that guys, I'm sorry, Lillard's got what we like to call in the gym range. So for that, I know they have some badges that help with that, but I just would like it to be a little bit more controllable through sliders, so that we can kind of expand that out to guys, even if they don't have a specific badge per se. Number 2 is in my opinion the second most important, but it's huge. Revamped tendencies. 2K has to be better here. This is the most frustrating part about 2K20, and this is where we're gonna bring everything together, right? There's no excuses anymore. We have the tools to make this gameplay realistic. The problem that I've spoken about time and time again is the NBA is averaging how many threes a game? Every team, I think the lowest team in the league shoots 28 threes a game, and in 2K it's rare to see that. That's because the tendencies are wrong. You guys saw the experiments that I did maxing out 3-point tendencies. I had the Celtics shooting 63s a game, just kind of trolling, trying to see what was possible. It's possible to get these numbers where they need to be. 2K has to dedicate someone in, put the effort in, have guys watch basketball and update the tendencies. Now, I thought, correct me if I'm wrong, I thought they had hired someone to do this a few years back, but the tendencies are so bad that it just doesn't happen. My solution is this, and one of them is a serious solution and the other one's a joke. I said you should hire 30 teams? 2K should hire 30 people, one of each for each team, to watch every single game and know every single tendency. This guy shoots from here, shoots this percent from here. He takes step backs, he shoots 6 threes a game, blah, 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 to make these rosters and tendencies as accurate as possible. And I said, now I know that's a lot, but if they don't want to do that, then hire me, because I'll do it. I do it already anyway, with my rosters and things of that nature. All jokes aside, though, I would love for that to be a focus going forward in NBA 2K21, because it's such a big part of our game, and the way these guys are shooting threes, it's just not reflected well in 2K20, and we have to get this right. This is one of the biggest things that just makes 2K not look like NBA basketball. Guys are letting it fly, and I want to see that in my game as I play it. Number 1, yes, this is the most important change 2K has to make in 2K21. This change is a long time coming, and it has to be there. It's obvious. Number 1 is positionless basketball. They need to revamp the NBA positions. I believe they should be matched up with coaching tendencies, coaching schemes, things of that nature, but I believe they need to completely revamp the way they do positions in NBA 2K20. Point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center is just not accurate anymore to what we see in the game. So I'll give you a prime example. It just makes things a little bit weird, right? You look at a team like the Lakers. Avery Bradley is starting point guard. Not really. LeBron is the starting point guard. I recommend doing this. You revamp, you make a depth chart based on the coaching scheme. You have a slot and it's primary ball handler, and you put the primary ball handler in that slot. That's who brings the ball up. That's who starts the plays. Then you have wings. These can be another guard, a wing forward, 2 forwards, 2 guards. Another type of scheme could require a rim protector type center, or a post presence. You go based on the team, based on the coach, based on the scheme. So for example, if you had the Sixers, you would have a post presence, which is Embiid. You'd have a stretch 4, and then you'd have 2 wings, which sometimes it's a 2 guard, sometimes it's a 3, and then the primary ball handler is Ben Simmons. But Ben Simmons is not a guard. He's a 6'10" guy that handles the ball. So that is one thing 2K has to iron out, which is the way that we handle positions and substitutions, because it's just weird when you get into games and they won't put guys on the court with other guys because they play the same position when they really don't. When in reality, these guys would be playing together because they're both wings. I would love to see that be a lot more accurate, and just have 2K have fun with the schemes, have fun with the coaches, and just be creative. That's been one of the biggest things that I've said. Like, just let's get creative. Let's have fun with simulation basketball, because we definitely can do it. We have the resources to do it. Even when I talked about number 2 and the revamped tendencies, all of it ties together. If we can't get revamped tendencies, if we had cross-platform 2KShare, we could do the rosters. You know what I'm saying? There's so much that's here. There's so much of a great foundation. It's just, I feel in the past couple of years, 2K has kind of failed to really put it together in a package that pleases the simulation community. I did have 3 honorable mentions, and I wanted to talk about these. These are in no particular order. One of them is, I had it as an honorable mention, but it needs to be fixed in 2K21. Simple, easy. I've had a lot of people talk to me about it in my gameplay. If you're using real field goal percentage, there's no swishes. You can't swish the ball. And if you don't notice, I'm sorry. If you didn't notice, I'm sorry to bring that up. There's no swishes for the user. The CPU, plenty of swishes, green releases and everything. Oh, I'm going to add that to the list right now. Please give us the option to turn off those ridiculous, crisp, smooth, green splash animations at the bottom of guys' feet. It's really annoying. We would love to have just the option, just a quick toggle, turn that on and off if we want to see it. But a lot of the real shooting percentage guys, the sim guys, we have the shot meter off anyway, so we don't need to see that. But yeah, we need swishes on real shooting percentage. The next thing I would say in terms of an honorable mention is crossplay. I say let everybody play together in the park. PlayStation, PC, everybody. I know that now the big hurdle on that is people are going to be afraid of PC players cheating, and that's reasonable. You got to get a handle on the cheating, because the PC players be tripping on that. But, I would love to see just crossplay. Log in, let's go to the park. And you know what? Maybe if I could, as a PC player, as a sim player, maybe if I could play with more of my guys, then I would be more interested in being in the park. Then you wouldn't really have to worry about saying, oh, well, PC has a dead community, because we could all play together and do stuff like that. And then the last option, which is never going to happen probably, but I would like to see it, is I've been on the record. I think they should split the game. And when I say split the game, I mean, yes, make 2 2K games every year. The park, NBA 2K Street, and NBA 2K. And have all the sim, my league, my GM, play now in one package for $60. Then have a park edition, street edition, whatever. All just that stuff, all that stuff in my career and all that separate in a $60 package. Those are 2 $60 packages. It would actually be more money if people wanted to buy both, and I'm okay with that, because that would, hey, maybe have 2 teams. That would give more money to focus on simulation basketball, and more money to focus on servers and the issues that the park players have. I think it would be financially great for 2K, and I think it would allow them to focus their resources a little bit better. But guys, this is it. This is my wish list. These are the things so far that I would like to see different in 2K21. Obviously, I may, if anything else comes to mind, I'll do a little update. But this is really big for me. These are a lot of things that I would love to see changed. If you like the video, like I said, like it, subscribe. For more content, comment your thoughts below. If you think I missed anything, let me know. Share this wherever you talk basketball, video game basketball, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Operation Sports, NLSC. Let's get this video in the hands of 2K developers, so that way, maybe, just maybe, we can have some of this happen. But other than that, guys, I'm out. Peace. Threes.